Hello everyone, this is Whitey, and in this video we're going to take a look at Death Knight 15-point talents. Okay, the talent system, since Death Knights start at level 55, the point distribution takes place in this way. You get your Tier 1 talents at level 56, your Tier 2 at 57, Tier 3 at 58, and from that point on you'll pick up the 15-point tiers, so 60, 75, and 90. Okay, now I don't play my Death Knight very often. It's actually been quite a while since I've done any raiding or questing, so I don't know which of these talents are new. But we'll just go ahead and start at the top. We have Rolling Blood. Your Blood Boil now triggers Pestilence. It strikes a diseased target. This is a passive ability. Plague Leech consumes Blood Plague and Frost Fever diseases on a target. To activate a fully depleted rune as a death rune. Has a 25-second cooldown. An Unholy Blight surrounds the Death Knight with a swarm of insects that sting all enemies within 10 yards, once per second for 10 seconds, infecting them with Blood Plague and Frost Fever. This has a 1.5-minute cooldown. For our level 57 talents, we have Lichborn. The Death Knight becomes immune to charm, sleep, and fear effects. The Death Coil heals the Death Knight, has a 10-second duration and a 2-minute cooldown. Anti-Magic Zone. It creates a stationary zone that protects party and raid members inside it from 75% of spell damage. 10-second or X damage absorption duration, has a 2-minute cooldown. In Purgatory, when hit by an attack that would be fatal, the Death Knight is wrapped in a shroud that absorbs incoming heals equal to the amount of damage prevented. It's passive and lasts 3 seconds. If healing absorption remains when the effect expires, the Death Knight will die. It has a 3-minute cooldown. For our level 58 talents, we have Death's Advance. This is a 10% movement speed increase, and movement impairing effects cannot reduce the Death Knight to lower than 70% of normal movement speed. Used actively, it gives the Death Knight a 30% movement speed increase, and the Death Knight cannot be brought below 100% of normal movement speed. It has a 30-second cooldown and lasts 6 seconds. Chillblains, victims of Frost Fever, also suffer a 50% movement speed reduction, and Chains of Ice will cause a 3-second immobilization. It's passive. And Asphyxiate is a 5-second stun. It will function as a silence if the target is immune to stuns. It replaces Strangulate on your action bar. And for our level 60 talents, we have Death Pact. It heals the Death Knight for 50% of maximum health by draining life from an active minion. The minion suffers damage equal to 50% of its max health, has a 2-minute cooldown and instant cast. Death Siphon deals X amount of Shadow Frost damage to a target, healing the Death Knight for 100% of the damage dealt. Instant cast, costs 1 death rune. Conversion, it converts runic power to health, restores 3% of max health every second. Only base runic power generation from spending runes may occur while active. It lasts until cancelled or until runic power is depleted. It's instant cast and requires 10 runic power to activate, plus 10 runic power per second while active. It has no cooldown. Okay, for Blood Tap, each damaging Death Coil, Frost Strike, and Rune Strike generates 2 blood charges. It stores up to 12. It will consume 5 blood charges to activate a random depleted rune as a death rune. For Runic Empowerment, each of these damaging attacks has a 45% chance to activate a random fully depleted rune. And for Runic Corruption, each of these attacks has a 45% chance to activate Runic Corruption, which increases rune regeneration by 100% for 2.64 seconds. All these are passive abilities. Okay, and for our level 90 talents, Gorfine's Grasp, tendrils coil around all enemies within 20 yards of a hostile or friendly target, pulls them towards a target's location, instant cast with 1-minute cooldown. Remorseless Winter chills all enemies within 8 yards every second, reducing movement speed by 15% for 3 seconds, and it stacks up to 5 times. On the 5th stack, enemies are stunned for 6 seconds. Also instant cast. Desecrated Ground corrupts the ground in an 8-yard radius around the Death Knight. While within this corruption, the Death Knight is immune to all effects that cause loss of control. It instantly removes such effects when it's applied. It's instant cast with a 2-minute cooldown. And those are the current talent points that are available for Death Knights in the Mist of Pandaria beta. This is Whitey, and if you found this video informative or helpful, please like and subscribe. Thank you.